Good morning, everybody. Rodney here, Johnny Drone Flyer. Good morning. And I'm going to bring Ron Lockwood. I'm going to pop him in here. And then I need to make an adjustment. Which I meant to do before I even started. But so we got Mela DeFow. Oh, yeah. Today is Mela's birthday. Happy birthday, Mela. It's my mom's birthday, too.
Oh, happy birthday, Mom.
So she turned 90 this day a year ago. So she'd be 91. She'd be 91 today. Okie Tom, good morning. So now Dennis should be popping in here in a little bit. I don't know if any of our Australian contingent is made. Oh, there's Peter. Good day, Peter. Or good
morning,
evening,
Rodney.
as it were.
Morning, Ron.
Hey, Peter, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Good.
So what'd you do today exciting, Peter?
Nothing I can think of at this stage, no. Just another ordinary everyday Saturday. No, yeah, it is Saturday, isn't it? Well, Sunday now, but yeah, it was Saturday yesterday.
Oh, well, yesterday. It would be Saturday yesterday, I guess, for you.
Yeah,
Today for me and Ron.
yeah.
So let me put this up there. So anyway, so Ron is heading back to the station. And I don't know.
You know,
Go ahead.
you know, Rodney, I started thinking about after the other day of how this company is so different than North Dakota. Started out by me running in the ditch, and my supervisor was out there in 20 minutes. In his personal vehicle, the way I looked at it, he risked his life and his vehicle. I'm telling you, the whiteout conditions were unbelievable. And I was just fearing and hoping that I was enough off the road where anybody coming up behind me would see me. And then once I got out, I said, wait until the weather cleared and got back to our station. Find out my vehicle broke down. My other boss said, Ron, just take my truck home. Go home, get a shower, get refreshed, get new clothes, and then we'll figure something out to get you back to the other station. I get back there, and later in the afternoon, and they gave me the chief's vehicle, technically. And so that's what I'm in now. But it's like when I went to leave, press another call. Jeez.
EMS fire, Charlie response, 1506 high court for seizure. Again, EMS fire, Charlie response, 1506 high court for seizure.
Yeah, and I went to leave, and I told the boss thank you, and he's like, Ron, that's what we do. We take care of each other. So.
Well, that's good that you work in a place like that.
Anyone is available from South Joliet responding to high court.
Yeah, I want to say good morning to Hugh, Asgard Studio. We got Okie Tom, Johnny Drone Flyer. We got Mela. We got Peter Carroll.
Yep.
We got Ron Lockwood. We got Dennis Lovelady. We got that clown Rodney Bell. We got Johnny Drone Flyer. So, hope everybody is doing well today. Let me take that banner off now. There we go.
Oops, I was muted. I am. Hope you guys are too. Hello, everyone.
Morning, Dennis.
So Ron says it's really cold up there where he's at.
Nah, it's never cold in Wyoming, South Dakota, North. It never gets cold up there.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, it's so far
No.
south, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, it's warmed up. Thermometer says 5. Compared to what we went through last week, that trust me, I'm ready to get my bikini out.
That's a heat wave.
My thermometer can count to 18 already.
Asgard Studio says it's negative 15 degrees centigrade, and he's in Canada.
Let me
Yeah,
see
it's
what my
not-
Celsius temperature is.
We got
It's not
Road shot
19 degrees here.
house. What was that, Peter?
It's 19 degrees here.
19 degrees.
Yep.
What's that break down to in Fahrenheit, G?
That's -7, Rodney. That's the
I got
same
no
we
idea.
have here.
I just use the real stuff.
What was that, Dennis?
-7, same as we have here. 19 Fahrenheit is -7 Celsius.
Oh. Okay. So Peter was saying it was 15 degrees Celsius there.
19.
Oh, you didn't say that?
19 it is.
Asgard Studio said that.
I know Asgard said it was negative 15. I thought Peter said, never mind.
Okay.
We're plus 19 Celsius here. We work in a different language.
Wait, which one am I?
I'm losing it. It's this cold weather, and it does strange things to my mind.
Yeah. Let's blame it on the weather. That's what good Americans do.
See now,
It isn't cold though. It's 19 degrees. It's not cold.
man, it just got the temperature in here just went up by 200 degrees. Anyway, so I have finally. I've still got a lot of work to do, but
Yay! Looks good.
yeah, and that says Spin Up 2019. So that's the first one. I got 2 more to build, and then I'll send 2 of them out. Or actually, I'm just going to send one. And I'll carry one with me next month. So
Cool.
I've been doing a lot of tinkering with Tinkercad on that, and I took a basic thing and made it a little better, and I'm really digging this 3D printing stuff.
Yeah. That's
I keep trying to talk my wife into letting me buy one that'll do more than one color.
I'll show you my latest accomplishment, and this is not my design, but I need to go downstairs and get it. But this is pretty incredible. But again, not my. Be right back.
Okay. Ben T, good morning. Jack Rabbit FPV, good morning. Scott, how you doing?
Hey, morning, Scott.
They are fun, yes, sir. Mela, what color napkin holder do you want? I've got
Any color as long as it's black.
I've got this color, this kind of copper looking color. I've got red. I've got green. I got a bunch of different colors, but I don't remember right offhand what I got. I've got a couple of multicolors too. See, we got Copper State Aerial Photography in the house. We got Ben T. Good morning.
Rodney, did you see my latest transformation of my office?
I saw
This
those
little
pictures.
construction project. Yeah, on Facebook there.
Yeah. You want me to share them with everybody? Oh, wow. Look at
Wow,
that.
look at that. Gee.
Yeah.
Dennis
Wow.
is in the safe.
Yeah, except for 5 bearings. One here, one here, one here, one here. This camera's backward. And one here in the middle. This is 100% 3D printed.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
about 31 hours print
Oh,
for all the
See,
individual.
now, I wouldn't be able to print anything that big.
Yeah, so what you want is something.
Like your print space was bigger than mine.
Huh?
Mine's 250 cubed.
I think that's what mine is.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I said, that is not my design, but I really like it. Then this conglomeration up on the top, this ugly thing here, that actually is a coin sorter.
okay.
So
Oh, cool.
you drop your penny, dime, penny, nickel, best denominations, and the quarters will fall
The color advice that they are back in the back of the house.
here, the pennies will
Bathroom
fall,
is just white on
nickels
it.
here, quarters there. And
Yeah.
then they go down shoots to the appropriate drawer
Oh.
in here.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this would be only dimes in here.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. And it's because the shape of that plus the chute that's inside.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the engineer that did that, he's pretty amazing. His it's not a channel. His name is Rocco's Stuff. ROCCO apostrophe S Stuff. You can find him on Thingiverse, on Printables, and on MakerWorld.
I see. Hey, let me say hi to a few people. We got Chris Hope just joined us. Doc Murdoch. Hey, Chris. Good morning.
Hey, Chris,
You too,
everyone.
Chris. We got Ben T is in the house. Come here. Where are you, cursor? Bitrail Productions. Good morning. And that's Mike Miller. Good morning. And that's pretty much all that's joined so far. So, yeah. And then I'm also working on something like this. This is also a lithophane frame,
Oh, nice.
but the top comes off.
Ah.
And then you slide in your lithophane and you put your lights along here, and then back here you got a 9-volt battery.
Mhm.
Not quite as fancy as yours.
Hey, as long as it does the trick, that looks great. It looks
Yeah. And
easier to manage, so it's good.
so the only thing is the switches I bought, the switch hole, I'm going to need to make bigger.
Ah.
But that's not a problem.
Yeah,
I'm figuring out how to do that real easy. And then
I found a bunch of different kinds of switches.
And then the original design, I made a modification to it. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. You see these little square?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's one in each corner. I put those in there to set the lithophane on.
Ah, right.
Because it seemed like when I put it in with the frame, it pops out of the frame. So I got to figure out a way to make the frame hold the lithophane a little bit better. Plus, with these in there, hopefully it'll be okay. This one here, I just glued the lithophane to the frame, and it works nicely that way. But now I can't change it.
Right.
I could. I could just print another frame and change it that way. But
Yeah, but you can't change it in a few seconds like you could with the other stuff. Right.
Right. And then eventually I'm going to be taking your design and making a couple with that.
Cool. Hope you like it.
So. Fusion 360 is a wonderful thing. I downloaded the free version, but my computer can't handle it, so I'm going to wait.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just get it. It's
Yeah,
not
I
very
use a Mac Studio, the first version of Mac Studio that has an A1 processor in it, and I think it's what is it, A1 plus? Anyway, right between the A1 and the A2. So it has some pretty good computing power.
Oh, I didn't even think about putting it on my MacBook. My MacBook could probably handle it.
Probably, but it's fine there. But yeah, I agree. I agree. That's I'm a Fusion 360 bigot. So, but I can't afford to pay for the anything but the free version.
What program is it, Dennis?
Fusion 360. It comes from AutoCAD.
What type of software is it?
It's a CAD program.
Oh,
Computer assisted design.
Yeah, computer. Yeah. Yeah, I like using Tinkercad, Chris Murdoch, Doc Murdoch.
I used
511 PD.
Tinkercad. No, I used FreeCAD for a while. And
You have
it does. I think it does all
the
the things that Fusion 360 does, but it does them differently. So there's a learning curve going either one. So I just decided to stick with Fusion
I
360.
have, so I'll be able to get it.
Yeah. Well, I may do that. I may pull out my MacBook Pro and download it to there.
Yeah.
And maybe learn how to use it until I can get my new computer. And after tax season is when I'm going to get my new computer, and I've already got an eyeball on a nice computer.
Right.
So I mean, it's nice. That's my plan.
Cool.
So anyhow, Ben T has Fusion 360 and also use Tinkercad. Yeah, like Doc Murdoch says, Tinkercad, it's pretty simple. It really is. And at this point, I mean, I don't really need anything that really, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be designing anything complicated. But for simple stuff like what I'm doing with those things, it's perfect.
I'm making an HDMI recording station now, so it has a monitor, a little 5-inch monitor, and then a recording device and a power supply that can power both of those. And I want that all to be in one unit, so that all the wires and stuff, because it's surprising how many wires you need just for those 3 items. You got HDMI and running all between everything, and it's just surprising how much that it takes. Each one of them needs power. All 3 of those things need power.
Yeah.
And so my little power supply and everything is going to be self-contained. I couldn't imagine doing that with anything but Fusion 360, because you have all these different parts that you need to put together.
Right.
Plus I have the it's called a step file. I have the drawing of the power supply, so I can actually see it inside that power supply case that I'm making. It helps a lot. And there's a Raspberry Pi involved. I can see the Raspberry Pi inside the case I'm making for that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Doc, it has the M1 chip in it.
M1, not A1. That's what I meant to say. Yes.
Oh, okay. So, but Doc was just saying that if my MacBook Pro has the M1 chip, then I should be able to run AutoCAD.
I agree.
So, but and that's good, because I do kind of want to learn that. Not that I'm going to be using it to put down on my job skills, because heck, I'm 70 years old. I'm going to be retiring here in a couple of years, I hope.
Yeah, I need to update my resume. I forgot about that.
You need a job.
I do. I need something else to do.
So, but anyway, so yeah, and then Mela, I asked you earlier, tell me what color you want that napkin holder to be, and Johnny sent me the link to it. So I can print it now. Of course, he said it took 12 hours to print that thing. That's a long time. I don't know what kind of printer Johnny has, but mine prints pretty fast. So maybe
Yeah. Yours is even faster than mine. Mine's pretty fast.
Yeah, so when you want to clear return?
So, anyway, so Ron, when do you
Yes, sir.
when you get in your bear and stuff, when is that room going to be finished?
It should be, the bear is like 95% done. I am just waiting on the carpeting, which I'm a little ticked off. Home Depot kind of dropped the ball. They called me the other day. They said, "Sir, do you still want your carpeting?" I'm like, "Well, yes. I thought I did all the paperwork with you." "Oh, I guess you did." "Yeah, so they haven't ordered it yet." I kind of got a little cranky. And I told him, "Listen," I said, "my house is torn up and I have a 400-pound bear at the taxidermist that he wants out of his shop because it's done. So get my carpet ordered." So I was hoping in the next week or so that everything would be done. But I said the room, the only thing I got left to do with the room is nail in the baseboard and the corner molding. And I'm waiting on the carpeting to do that. That will take me about an hour to finish that up. But I thought the room turned out pretty good, especially if you look at the before and afters. But I've got some trees ordered.
MS-88. We're around. You're on one.
Some other decorations, so it's going to come out pretty good, I
We are
think.
MS-88.
Cool.
So I apologize for the radio noise.
Yeah.
I just got to keep an ear on it.
Yeah, go ahead. We're coming in non-emergent with a 29-year-old male who had a seizure this morning. Patient is currently A&O 4. We have a blood sugar of 118, heart rate of 83. He's at 96% on room air, and last blood pressure was 137 over 75. We're currently working on the line. Any other questions or orders? Yeah, copy bed 8. Copy bed 8.
So, in case everybody's wondering, Ron is in an emergency vehicle. That's why he's having to listen to the radio. So, bear with the extra noise.
We need people like Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should mute me.
So, I'm going to share these pictures here.
So Mela gave you a color, Rodney. I don't know if you missed it.
I saw it. Yeah, copper. Okay.
We must have seen the copper clapper caper yesterday or last.
That's so funny. It is. It's hilarious. All right. So there's his room. This is the one the pictures you're talking about, right?
Yep. That was the 6-year-old daughter's room. It was light blue and yellow.
Wow. And then that's the before.
Yep.
And this is the after.
Oh, nice.
That is nice.
Well,
Well, that's not new carpet in there?
Yeah, not yet.
Huh.
515 copy. 501 copy.
Well, that looks nice. I like your Alaska.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where all that wall on the left is where all my Alaska photography will go back up on there.
Oh.
And then the bear will go in that right corner. And like I said, I've got some other stuff coming. So
You say
I'll be
this is
right
your-
back, Rodney. I gotta step out and get fuel for this vehicle.
Okay.
You're right back.
All right. Mr. Crowley, good morning. So did you guys buy a 3D printer, print something specific, or did you buy it and then start looking? I bought it to start printing stuff for my drones, but the more I looked around, the more interesting things I found to print.
36.
I mean, it's amazing how good this printer I have is.
I wanted to get into it, and then I started finding how useful it was for things that are that don't exist in the world yet, but need to.
Really, I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, Chris Hope wants to get one too.
Category. What's that, Peter?
Chris Hope is saying in chat that he wants to get a 3D printer too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is one of the first things I printed with my K1, and it printed in place. So I got to goofing off the other day, and I printed a smaller version of it and printed it in place, and it works just as well.
Yeah. What he means by print in place is that there's no assembly required. Those pieces, although they're separate and also together, printing in place is I don't know. Anyway, technologically, if you know how the things work, it seems like it shouldn't work to do that, but it actually does. It works very well.
Might be easy to see if you took Ron's photo down. It's a little bit small there in the corner.
Oh, I think what he's saying is replace Ron's share with your own, Rodney.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the original print, and that's how big it was, and then I reduced the size.
Yeah, so all those individual pieces were printed at the same time.
Yeah.
And no assembly at all.
They basically were printed together. Pretty cool the way it does that.
So it comes off the printer with it all moving, does it?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Amazing.
Now this one, I had to play with it for a little bit to get it to free up quite a bit.
Oh dear God, it's cold out there.
I bet it is.
Woo!
And then,
But the good news is we've warmed up to 8 degrees.
That's good.
all right, heat wave.
Heat wave.
Yeah. Chris hopes that he doesn't know which one to get. I would recommend if you don't mind spending the money for it, buying a Creality K1. That's what this guy is. And straight out of the box, I started printing it. It's only messed up twice, and that's only because I forgot to. My print started moving. Look at that circulated dragon.
This is all print in place too.
Wow.
All these individual parts are printed as one piece.
Yeah. Gee.
And I didn't have anything to make it loose. Hadn't have to do anything to make it loose like this. It's just.
Wow.
Year of the Dragon coming up in February. So
Ah.
I am a dragon. So you know my age is something divided evenly by 12.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, and Doc Murdoch is right too. The challenge now is to figure out which one you want. Now I will tell you that the K1 normally runs about $4.99, but there are some good ones out there that are a lot less than that.
Yeah, you don't have to spend that kind of money. It depends on what you really want. If you're looking for speed, if you're looking for multiple colors, if you're looking for, it depends truly on what you're trying to accomplish. You can spend a whole lot less or a whole lot more.
Yep. And Chris is right too. Printers, 3D printers are like drones.
That's true.
Just and then when you stop to think about it, drones are like boats, and boats are like and you know, it's just something to pour money into. A big hole.
Well, I don't know about that. You get a boat. You know, a boat stands for BOAT. It's bet on another 1,000.
And the
They
definition
get
of a
pricey.
boat is a hole in the water you throw money into.
Yep.
Hey, Chris Hope, are you going to go to South Florida Drone Meetup?
If Chris is going, I'm going. I'll find a way. I have yet to meet Chris.
Really? You guys have all been to the same places, just never at the same time.
Yeah. Guys, I'm pulling back up on station here, so I will say Heidi ho, and hope you guys have a good weekend.
Thanks
All
for
right.
what you do, Ron. Great to see you.
Yep.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
You have a good one, and you be safe.
Alrighty. All right. Okay, we will see you guys later.
All right, brother. Take care.
Bye, Ron.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye now. So. But yeah, I like my 3D printer. I like
Yeah.
I've come to find out that I like tinkering with Tinkercad. And one of these days, I'll actually figure out something that I want to make. So, you know, and draw it, especially if I learn the Fusion 360.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've designed so many things. I mean, some of them just so, no major accomplishments at all, but my biggest challenge right now or ever is this recording station I'm going to build. And then it's going to come out okay, I'm pretty sure. But
well, that'll be interesting to see the end result of that.
I can show you the first model of it. It's show and tell day for me. So I might as well go do it.
Hey, Chris Hope, Dr. Murdoch has sent you a link to Bamboo Labs. I wished I'd waited because Bamboo Labs came out with a multicolored combo for like, I forget how much they wanted for it.
Yeah, we had a visitor last week at Sydney Airport from the US Air Force plane.
I'm sorry?
We had a visitor at the Sydney Airport last week from a US Air Force plane.
Oh, yeah?
It was an old Lockheed, I think it was KC-10 of transport refueling planes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was doing a farewell tour.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've
Right.
put a link to the video of it in the chat there.
Oh, cool.
If
Okay.
anyone's interested. Yeah.
So this is what you'll see approximately.
Oh, wow.
Right? So it's just like this. But then back here is this power supply I was talking about. And it's going to sit like that, right? And it has, as you can see, this all works. I've tested it. It has two power outlets here, one for this and one for the screen, which will sit up here. All right.
Okay.
And then I have small HDMI cables that'll be contained right here. It'll all be contained, maybe about 1.5 times as big as this is now. So that's it.
Cool.
That's the beginning design right there.
Yeah, the Bamboo Lab A1 3D printer with the combo, which allows you to print four separate colors.
AMS, yeah, automatic management system
Yeah,
or media system.
runs about $559. They've got another one though. They've got the Bamboo Lab A1 Mini that has the same thing for $459.
But it's a smaller print bed.
It's smaller print bed, yeah. And then the Bamboo Lab A1 just by itself is $399. So you're paying an extra money for the ability to print four colors, but man, it's got to be worth it.
Mine is a Bamboo Labs, but it's an X1 carbon.
Oh, okay. So does that mean it can print carbon fiber filament?
No, that pretty much all of them can print PLA plus carbon fiber, but it has a carbon filter inside it. So and it's all enclosed, and the carbon filter is useful for printing things like ABS. ABS has an odor when you print it, and that carbon filter takes that odor almost completely away. Almost.
Okay.
It's not stinky in it, and it doesn't give me a headache. And I print in my basement, so there's not a lot of ventilation down there. But I know that without that filter, I'd have a headache all the time if I was just printing ABS. I just wouldn't be printing it. That's all.
I think you're right, Mike.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, on a P1P.
He did print that on a Bamboo. And this is what Mike is talking about. It's
So that's that AMS, automatic media system, that allowed him to print those four colors there.
Yeah, he printed
Blue, black, white, red.
Yep, and this was a print in place too, and that the edge of it spins.
Yeah, that is one of the smoothest movements I've ever seen.
He says it's like a 0.1 millimeter clearance. Separated. Yeah. And that's pretty tight.
Now that's Brad's own design right there, and he did that, I think, with Tinkercad. But then he did the text with another program, and then he brought it all into the Bamboo slicer and put it together.
Yeah. That's great.
Mike, I've already answered it. Copper State, Mike, but I have a Bamboo X1C. Bamboo Labs, BAMBU Labs.
Have the P1s.
P1S, the difference between the P1S and the P1P basically is the P1S doesn't have an enclosure. And I don't remember if the P1S has a camera, Mike, Night Train, but the P1P has a camera and an enclosure. And that's what Brad printed that with.
Yeah, and Mike Miller. Yeah, I've carried this in my pocket ever since spin up. It's helped pass the time away sometimes.
Yeah, you got to work. Remember, he works for the government.
Just
That's right, yeah.
like this does. I carry both of them in my pocket.
Now I want to see you operate both of them at the same time while you're walking backward, Rodney.
I gotta walk backwards. All right.
No, don't. Please don't. Yay.
Oh goodness. So, well, I don't think I'm going to go to the UPS store. I'm not going to go to Fredericksburg today.
Well, I can't stay much longer, Rodney. I got things I must do. So nothing earth shattering, but I have to go to UPS store to send something to somebody.
Yeah. Well, I need to return some stuff to Amazon, but I have until February 6th.
No, just send it to me. I'll take it back for you.
Send it via UPS.
Yeah. Wait a minute. That's going to help.
I ordered these for that project, that lithophane project, thinking they were small.
Oh, those switches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently I didn't pay that much attention to the actual dimensions and got really confused because that's how big they are.
And that's too much?
Huh?
That's too big?
Should fit pretty well.
Well, I don't know. I guess I could put it on top.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I received them in the mail. I'm like, wow. And I went back and I looked. I go, I must not have read the dimensions. So anyway, they're weatherproof, which I guess is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
that'll
I
be
don't need 'em.
meaningful to the next recipient.
So hopefully somebody will get some use out of them.
I'm just going to put this stuff at the top of the steps. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm cluttering up our area.
Oh yeah, Radio Shack. I don't even think we have one in this area. Not anymore.
We used to have them here about 50 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Long time
I know
ago.
there's one or two still around, but Tandy closed most of the Radio Shacks.
Yeah. Yeah, we had Tandy around for a while, but I think they've all gone now.
When I was in the Navy, I worked part-time at a Radio Shack just to earn some extra money.
Yeah.
And my manager, my boss, kept telling me, "Well, you really need to sell some of these Tandy computers." And I'm like, "I can't do that." His name was Randy. I said, "I can't do that, Randy." And he goes, "Why?" He goes, "Because I don't like them." I said, "They're proprietary. If you buy a Tandy, you have to buy Tandy. You have to buy a Tandy printer. You have to buy a Tandy monitor. You have to, because it was all proprietary." And I said, and I can't. And they were only expandable up to 1 meg of memory. And then the 286s, you were able to expand a little bit higher than that. I think it's up to like 2 meg, but
Yeah.
at the time. So
Yeah, but memory was very expensive back in those days.
yeah.
I'll show you this switch. These are probably just what you're looking for.
Yeah. That's something similar, but I did find these. Oh, another thing I did is I made my power connection USB-C.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. See that?
Nice. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice little rocker switch there.
Yeah, and then that's the switch I got.
Yeah.
So, and there's underneath.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And then this is I bought some power adapters and I put that in there, but I think I want to go maybe just use a 9-volt battery or something.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the power adapter, but I'll get it figured out.
Sure. It's fun. It's fun stuff to do.
Doc Murdoch says, Rodney, and now we whine if a new computer does not have at least
right.
16 gigabit of RAM. Yeah, I know, right? Oh my goodness.
Remember those
You're so right, Chris.
was it the 80286 that had it ran at 4.77 megahertz?
Has what?
It ran at 4.7. The cycle speed was 4.77 megahertz.
Yeah, and that was fast.
That was fast, yeah.
And you know, one of the chiefs I worked for, he bought a 286, and it came with 640K of memory.
Yeah.
Which at the time is what they came with. But
Right.
he upgraded. He saved up his money and he upgraded the memory, and he bought instead of a 20 meg drive, he upgraded to the 40 meg drive, which at the time was the latest and greatest.
Right.
You know, and we're all like, ooh, oh, you know. You look
20
at
megabytes. Oh man.
you know, I told you I had a computer that I'm thinking about buying. I was looking at it. It's got a Ryzen 9 processor in it. It's got 64 gigabits of memory. It's got a 2 terabyte solid state drive. And then it has a 6 terabyte hard drive in it. You know, and of course, it's got the latest and greatest video card in it, and it runs it at like 3.8 gigahertz. You know,
Yeah.
and it's still not even top of the line.
No. Way back in 1984 or so, there was a PC Magazine was a pretty popular magazine. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And in PC Magazine, there was an article that said, basically, the computer you want will always be $3,000, right? You can buy them less expensive, but the one that you want is always going to be, $3,000. And a year from now, when the price of this one goes down to $2,000, the one that you want is going to be $3,000.
Yeah. So let's see here. Doc Murdoch says, and it's only $49.95. No ups.
No UPS, no.
Yeah. No UPS.
Extras.
So. All right, Mike, you have a good day, brother. You have a great weekend.
See you, Mike.
Yeah. Bye, Mike.
I'm going to have to go too.
Have a new motherboard, RAM and fence. But oh well, that's cool, Mike. Night train. All right,
I
guys.
wish I had fans.
Well, I thought about doing that too, but unfortunately, the computer I bought is one of those mini computers, which I guess is great if you're using it as a workstation from coming off a server or something. But as a main computer, I've come to find out it's not that great.
Well, the computer you want is about $3,000.
Yep. And actually, the one I want to buy is around $3,000.
There you go.
They were right.
And as soon as I buy it, as soon, back in 1998, I was in Austin, Texas, I was training. my company's manufacturing plant there, learning about an ion implanter, and I stopped by CompUSA. You remember CompUSA?
Oh yeah.
And I'm looking, and Toshiba had their top of the line laptop out there. Now the only laptop I had was what the company provided me. So I wanted one of my own. So I went ahead and bought this thing, and it was great. It was great. 2 months later, a new top of the line came out,
Mm-hmm.
and guess what? It was $3,000.
Yeah. You know that obsolescence was created by the manufacturer, right?
So,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as they put their top of the line out on the market, it becomes obsolete.
Right.
So
Right. So,
that's what.
anyway, you guys have a great day.
Have a good day,
Okay.
Dan.
You too.
Bye,
We'll
Dennis.
see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Yeah.
Peter,
Yeah.
I guess I'll let you go get some sleep.
Just going to wonder that link I put into the video on that U.S. Air Force plane. Do you want me to play that?
Oh, yeah.
Runs for about 4 minutes, but it's a great movie, great film.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and
Oh.
play it. If people want to watch it, they'll stick around. If they don't, well, they can, they can leave.
That's nice. The link I put in there doesn't work. Doesn't matter. I'll find it again.
Yeah. Anyway, if you guys do decide to leave while Peter is sharing this video, have a great weekend. Don't forget tomorrow morning, the Sunday Sunrise Crew, starting with Charlie Drone Psyche in New York, coming to me here in Virginia, then Dennis Lovelady, and then Chris Hope. And following Chris Hope, of course, will be Johnny Drone Flyer with Drones and Coffee. So stay tuned for that. About ready?
Won't be long. Just messing up here a bit. Just gotta get. There we go. Just a minute.
Uh-oh. I think Peter knocked himself out of the chat. Oh, well. Let me see if I can find that link. I'll give it a minute. He may pop back in. All right, I don't think he's going to make it back in, or he doesn't realize that he's been knocked out. If you guys want to see that video, oh, here he comes. Knock yourself out there, buddy.
Don't know what I did. Did they press the wrong button somewhere?
Yeah, you must have.
Hang on. I've almost got it.
So anyway, I have it queued up if you want me to go ahead and share it.
Okay. Hang on, let's pause it. It's almost ready. Present.
Chris Hope, have a good day, brother.
It should be there now.
There it is. Oh yeah, that's definitely the older refueler.
Is the audio playing there?
Huh?
Is the audio playing there?
No, I don't hear it.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, I haven't flown on any of the KC-10s, but the DC-10, the civilian version of that,
Yep.
that was quite a popular airliner
Right.
back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, I think that one I think is close to about 40 years old. I think they were saying.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's up at Sydney Airport, that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but apparently came in, I think, the end of the week before last, but they had some technical problems with it, and they had to keep it there for a few days to get parts for it. And it didn't take off till Wednesday this week.
And it looks like it's out of Travis Air Force Base.
Yeah, it's got it on the tail there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I may have even seen that very plane.
Okay.
There it goes.
Yeah. It's got a couple of photos just at the end of it with the interior and that of it.
Doc says that his brother's still flying at his 68-year-old 1956 Cessna 172. Oh wow, that's a big interior.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, there's a channel that I subscribe to up in Sydney. They do live streams from the Sydney airport, and they did that video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, from time to time, I'll go around and look at the live streams from these different airports. There's one in England that I watch quite a bit, and you can see like the F-35s and the F-15s taking off.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anyway, it's about 2:30 here. I think I might follow Dennis. I think.
Yeah. I figured you'd probably want to be going to bed here pretty soon.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
Thanks
for having me on again.
Yeah. All the time, man. Anytime.
Okay. All right. We'll catch you next time.
All right, brother.
See
You
you
take
later.
care and good night.
Bye, everyone in chat.
So if you stuck around long enough, I'm glad you did. Again, don't forget tomorrow morning, the Sunday Sunrise Crew, starting with Charlie. That's his drone psyche in New York, coming to me here in Virginia. Then the Dennis Lovelady in Georgia. Over to Texas with Chris Hope. And then after Chris Hope, we'll have some coffee with Johnny Drone Flyer and Drones and Coffee. So you all have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see y'all in the morning. Love y'all. Bye now.